corporate gal woes. Okay. Hi, Bo. First off, I just want to thank you for being such an inspiration and also for being so kind to your subbies. You know what? I am glad this person said this because on a more than one occasion, I've been accused of being rude to my subscribers. But I talk how I talk, okay? And I am about to change that for nobody. Let me tell you something. I'm not rude to my subscribers. I am a sarcastic ass bitch. I say things with sarcasm. And the problem is with a lot of times, especially if it's on like a YouTube comment and I'm replying to it, people be reading shit I'm saying with too much emotion. Don't read that shit with emotion. Read it how you think I'm saying it on camera, okay? I am usually being sarcastic and my humor is pretty dry and pretty sarcastic and sometimes a little dark. Like I be laughing at stuff I'm not supposed to be laughing at. And I feel like I'm really misunderstood. I think I'm gonna do a whole video on this because I really feel like I'm misunderstood and I'm misjudged a lot. And so I like that she's saying that I'm kind to my subs because I really am, and I'm probably one of the only YouTubers out here that when you Snapchat me, I Snapchat your ass back. Sometimes I be sending pictures. Sometimes I type back. Sometimes I open the snap and don't respond because sometimes I'm just in a funk or a mood and I don't want to respond, so I'm just opening the snaps and closing them. Shout out to all the people that have done that too. But I do respond a lot to you guys, and I think you have to meet me in person to really get me. When I'm in public and people stop me, I'm always nice, obviously. I'm never gonna be rude to somebody in person, bitch. Nope, because I'm about to have y'all getting on the internet and making lies about me, telling stories about me, talking about I met Bo and she was a bitch. No, never. I'm always happy to meet people. I just don't like when the meeting is awkward, and I try to make it not awkward, but we're not talking about that right now. The point is that I just feel like a lot of people read like in between the lines when they don't need to. And if I don't say LOL when I say something to you, that doesn't mean I'm being rude or being serious or whatever. I'm not always clapping back at my subs. Like I'm literally just responding. Like that's what I don't get. I'm like, how come people think that they can say stuff and I can't respond to it? I don't get it. It's my fucking channel. Bitch, I'm lost. So rerouting, because I need to find my way. Yeah, I'm really glad she said that because I am kind. I'm a really sweet girl. And I don't really talk about how sweet I am, honey, because y'all be getting a little sweet. Y'all be getting cavities if you knew how sweet I really was. But yeah, I am actually cool and kind to my subs. But if you fucking think that you're gonna come and say some sideways ass shit to me and I ain't gonna respond, you got me fucked up. Because I told you guys, I'm a regular ass bitch. And I'm gonna remain regular. Okay? Thanks. Whew. That was a little bit of a rant, wasn't it? I should like cut that part out of this. I should cut that shit out and put it as its own video. Look at me. Anyway, you have helped me through some pretty rough times with your kind words and also your videos. I could not thank you enough. Girl, out of all the people, I cussed out so many people on Botox. I'm like, who is she talking about? Like, which kind words? I do say some nice things though, I do. I have a work-related issue that I need your advice on. About 7 months ago, I got my first real corporate job. The company I work for mainly consists of women, so you know it can get messy, girl. These are the facts. Well, there's this one girl in the company who always wants to put me down for some reason. When I first started working there, she asked me how much I was making, and stupid me answered the question. And then I found out that she is getting paid a few dollars more than me. This really made me feel shitty because I have a bachelor's degree and she does not. She also does not have any experience working besides babysitting, so I don't know how she's making what she's making. Well, if she's been working there longer than you, she might have already gotten raises and stuff, but whatever. Besides the pay, she always wants to brag to me about how our boss vents to her when he is upset with the rest of us. Oh, maybe they fuck him. She also tried to tell me that he told her that we all need to consult her with questions and concerns before coming to him. I questioned him about this and found out that
lie detector test determined that was a lie.
I could go on and on about the fuckery she does, but I am sure you get the point. She basically wants to feel like she is more important than the rest of us. I am so tired of it, bro. I want to stay as professional as possible because I'm at work, but at the same time, I don't want to listen to this bullshit anymore. What do you think I should do? Should I shut the shit down when she starts bragging? Should I ignore her? Any advice would be much appreciated. Funny, I was just ranting about sarcasm. I think you need to hit her ass with some sarcasm. Unless you're not good at sarcasm, then don't bother because it just might come off weird. I hate when my mom tries to be sarcastic. She doesn't know what she's doing and then it just comes off bad and then I'm angry and then it's just like, no, please stop. Anyway, personally, I don't like when people brag because bitch, you're trash. What are you bragging about? You're not better than me, ho. Like, I can't stand when people brag. I'm like... And so, if I were you in the situation, I would keep it real professional and cute. Hell, I might even keep it so professional, I draft up an email to send the bitch. If it's that corporate. If it's that corporate, you can just send her an email and just tell her your feelings. Honestly, if you're that tired of it, I would, when she starts bragging, I would just stop her in her tracks and let her know, like, we get it. I would just be like, okay sis, we get it. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't call her sis since you're at work, but I would just be like, we get it. Or I would kind of throw it back at her and just be like, oh, let me guess. Oh, let me guess. Say it was a situation where she was about to tell you that he was upset about whatever. Just be like, oh, let me guess, he's mad at us and he told you. And just blink twice at her. Just be like, you just have to hit her with the, oh, let me guess, okay? That is perfect for sarcasm. If you're not good at sarcasm, you just be like, oh, let me guess. And then state the obvious, which is that he either is complaining to her that you guys suck and he's mad at you. Don't bring up the pay thing unless she brings it up again, because then you're just gonna sound jealous and like a hater, and you don't want to do that. And that's the thing too, when you are addressing the situation with her, be careful what you say when you're giving her a nice polite dragging, because you don't want to come off as a hater, or you don't want to sound jealous or envious of her position in the company, or the fact that she's making more money. You just have to tug on her edges a little bit. Like, I don't know how to tell you, because I'm trying to like think of a scenario in my head as to what the conversation would be that you would be dragging her ass in the moment. But I think you've ignored her for long enough. I think you smiled and played nice, like, oh, really? Like, I think you've done that for long enough. And when I get to my wit's end too, I explode. So sometimes it's better to address things, because if you let it build up for too long, that's what's going to happen. You are going to end up just cussing her ass out in front of everybody and leaving for the rest of the day. Hell, the whole week. You might take a vacation. Like, you know what I mean? So you kind of have to address it. It's hard to ignore people like that. And I've been in situations like that in a work setting. It's never been corporate, but it's been enough where I done cuss people out and I had to take my break. I had to go walk around the mall a little bit when I was at Garage. There's been a couple incidences where that's, you know. And even at call centers, like, it's really hard working with people in general, because some people are just idiots. But working with women is probably the hardest thing you could do as a woman. Because they're catty, they're annoying, they think they're better. Like, you just need to humble her and bring her down a few notches. Just be careful with what you say, and that's the main thing, because it's never gonna be what you say but how you say it. But I think you should hit her with the, oh, let me guess, and just state the obvious. And make sure that the next time you're ready to dig in her ass, you bring up the fact that he told you verbatim out of his mouth that he never said that y'all had to consult her bitch ass and say she can consult these nuts, okay? Tell her you will be consulting these nuts. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from this one, okay? This one says urgent. Hey Bo, and of course Salem. Salem, they're saying hello to you. I love watching Botox. Y'all videos are extremely insightful and of course hilarious. I love your story times. Say hi to Salem for me. Well, you just said hi to Salem your damn self. I wish to stay anonymous. You got it, girl. I'm totally in competition with Shooter. Hi, Munchy girl. You doing the nay-nay or what? Hi. Anyway. I need help with my current situation. Now let me explain. This little girl's stretching. I'm 18 years old and my boyfriend is 26. Let's call him JJ. Girl, what is you doing with a 26-year-old? He is damn near Shooter's age. We've been on and off since I was 16. I've fallen in love with this man and when you were 16, 2 years ago. Oh my God. What in the pedophilia is going on here? I've fallen in love with this man and always ended up getting back with him. You know what concerns me about these older guys that like younger women? I always wonder why they have to date so far down. Why are there no women in your age range that look at Salem's little hand? I can't. Why are there no? She's reaching for my earring or what? No. No. That's mine. You're not gonna pull that out? What? What's this quivering lip? You're so funny. What is that? Oh, you're cold. Are you cold? It's not cold in here. What is wrong with them that they can't find somebody in their age range? I feel like something mentally is wrong with them. Like their mental capability is not that of a 26-year-old, so they're trying to date down, or they're trying to take advantage of somebody that's young and naive. And that's usually what's going on here. But I'm gonna just keep reading. And you already are telling me that y'all is on and off, and I'm not here for the on and off, honey, because y'all ain't light switches. No, you're not. He's a good man, don't get me wrong, but distance and our busy lives with work and school have caused our relationship to be on and off throughout the years. Now, to what's happening now. Recently, I went to a kickback at my brother's where it ended up being myself, my sister-in-law, and 2 brothers. I had gotten pretty drunk at the time and ended up passing out on the toilet. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. I woke up to someone else in the bathroom with me. I was still very drunk at the time, so the whole ordeal was blurry and limited, but I do remember what happened and what was done to me that night. Of course, I told JJ, and he is, of course, very supportive of the situation. Okay, I can assume I know what happened. The thing is, JJ, but how does it go happen at your brother's house? That's what got me fucked up. The thing is, JJ also knows I've been going through this before. When we first got together, I had been through a sexual assault. It was difficult going through something like that at 16 alone. Then when I turned 17, I was molested by a step-uncle, something JJ doesn't know. I thought God was testing me and I'd get stronger, but with something like this happening again by someone I trusted, family, and I don't really know how to go on. I'm at a point where I feel worthless. I'm Catholic and have tried to ask God for help, but at this point I'm done asking, why me? I'm done asking God for help. Okay, before I continue reading this, I just want to say that by you emailing me and talking about this and being open with me, it's not about you getting help from God, but you helping other people. Because you're not the only girl that's happened to. You're not the only person. Now, I'm not even going to say girl. You're not the only person that's gone through that. It's usually a family member that takes advantage of somebody, and that's happened to you. Now, a lot of times when we're in situations like that, sometimes we're looking to God for answers and we're upset at God sometimes too. And you're just like, what the heck? Like, why would you do that? Like, why wouldn't you protect me and all kinds, especially if you're spiritual or religious, and sometimes you just can't fathom it, you can't wrap your head around it, but it doesn't have to make sense in the moment. It will make sense later down the line, or it'll make it making sense right now, because there's gonna be somebody else that is gonna come to you one day and need your help, or they're gonna open up to you about something like that happening to them, and you're gonna be able to say, look, I went through the same thing, but I'm still here, I'm still strong, and you know, you just have to take it day by day. It's not something you're gonna ever really get over. It's going to live with you for the rest of your life, but you will become a stronger person because of it. I'm gonna continue reading. I fought so hard that I'm tired and don't really have the will to go on. I'm couch surfing right now. Been there, done that. Because I'm scared to go home. Sorry, gotta get the boob out again for the little one. Do you want some boob? I live with my parents and my brother. Though JJ has given me a key to his place and insists I stay, I can't help but to feel like I'd be a burden. I'm sorry. I have to backtrack here, because if it was only the people at the kickback that you described or that you stated, does that mean that your brother... I don't know. Then there's JJ. He's sick to the point where he needs open heart surgery. Girl, you was dating a geriatric? That's why you can't be dating these older mans. Okay, no, that's fucked up. The last couple of months have been stressful with testing and lab work. I need to be there for him, but it's getting difficult. Munch, stay on the tit when I don't even want to live. Oh my God, see what I mean? The girl in the last... The girl 2 stories ago was dealing with the same kind of feelings that you're dealing with. You see, somebody has something in common with you. He's the only one who knows the majority of my trauma, and with everything going on with him, I can't be honest with him anymore, because I know he's literally fighting for his life every day, and I feel my problems, my mental health shouldn't be put on him right now. I'm scared for him. But I also feel if I can't open up to him about my feelings, things are going down fast. What I'm asking here is, how do I open up? How do I tell him everything? I need to be there for the man I love, but how can I if I can't be there for myself? Honestly, your mental health, taking care of yourself, sometimes has to come before the person you love, because you're not going to be able to properly be there for him if mentally you're struggling to even get through the day. If you're struggling to get through one day, how are you supposed to support JJ? You can't, because as much as you feel like you're going to be putting a burden onto him, his situation is a little bit of a burden on you right now, because you're already dealing with so much, and now the love of your life is having open heart surgery. And that's scary. That's scary to deal with for both you and him. And I think that right now you need to seek professional help. You can open up to JJ after his surgery. You know, it doesn't have to be right now. And so, because it's not like you're going to forget what you need to tell him. You know what I mean? You have time. And if you feel like he's truly fighting for his life and he's not going to make it off the surgery table, then it's not something you should even bother telling him, because you don't want him to pass away and the last thing he's remembering about you is how hurt and sad you are. You don't want that. You want it to be a happy passing. I truly feel like you need to seek professional help. I told y'all already, this is above my pay grade. And I don't like giving advice sometimes, because I just feel like I could be saying the wrong thing and a bitch wouldn't know. You know what I mean? I could be saying the wrong thing. I just feel like if I truly feel like you need to take it a step further and seek somebody professional, because I'm not professional, y'all. I'm just here for y'all to vent. If you can see a psychiatrist, a shrink, and, you know, get your affairs in order that way, I think that would be best for you right now. I think even talking to your mom about the situation, I think that's important. Whatever happened. Ooh, baby. Oh, she poo-poo. I think you need to talk to your mom about the situation and be open and honest with her, and let her be your ear, or somebody that you're close to. It doesn't have to be JJ right now because JJ is dealing with his own shit. So I wish you all the best, and you are somebody else I will be keeping in my prayers. And Salem, you better not shit on me. Every time I'm sitting in here, Salem shits on me. Girl, somebody else tried to send me a virus. I ain't with the shits, y'all. Ooh, that's a nice bird, mamas. Okay, so this next submission is a little odd, and it's gonna be the last one of the night because my little Say here, she's being a little irritable. I'm gonna read this. It is text messages between a girl and a guy. And so the girl said in her screenshots, she said, "Can I ask you something?" The guy said, "Yeah, shoot." She said, "I don't even know how to ask this without seeming bothered because I'm really not. I promise you. I just want to know. I guess I just want to know why exactly you didn't take the next step with me, specifically. The truth. Don't worry about my feelings, LOL. Laughing emoji." He said, "I'll answer your question, but don't you have a whole boyfriend?" Laughing emoji. She said, "That's not the point." He said, "LOL, sure. And I liked you, just not enough for me to settle down exclusively with you. You're also fairly young, and from personal experience, settling down in college is tough. Not to mention at 19, 20. Not to mention you finding someone else so quickly after you telling me you wanted to be exclusive with me kind of invalidates those conversations. But I'm sure your man wouldn't appreciate you running back to me asking why we're not a thing." And I agree with this man right here. Because I damn sure wouldn't be doing that, but okay. She said, "I moved on because I realized that I must not have been good enough. And instead of sitting around feeling bad for myself, I thought that was a better move." She didn't say move. I said move. She said a better option. Whatever. "Thanks for letting me know, though." He said, "Fair enough. Hope everything works out with you and your boyfriend." She said, "Thank you. I don't know if I can say the same, though." Laughing emoji. "Good night, Kay." Then she put the moon and the little emoji, okay? And he said, "Good night, comma, her name." And then she sent me her photos and Ferrero Rocher, talking about her boo just bought her this, all these flowers and stuff. She sent me pictures of her little chocolate man, and he cute or whatever. And she sent me pictures of them. And she said, "I've been watching you constantly for about 2 years. I'm the girl on Snapchat that got the nose piercings like yours, LOL. I'll get to my problem. I'm 19 and I'll be 20 in June. I was dating this dude for a couple of months last year. I think from September towards the end of December. Let's call him K. He was 22. I really liked K, and you know it was real because this mother effer was ugly as hell." He made my heart skip beats though, and I think it was because of how ambitious and funny he was. He had his own apartment, a great job, graduated from Princeton. Woo! Talk about educated black man. There was never a dull moment with him. I always felt like I could be myself around him, and he made me feel very comfortable in my skin. He just understood me. The problem was I wanted more from our situationship. I wanted him to only be messing with me, and for the second time I asked him if we'd ever be exclusive, and he told me no. But my heart was so broken because I really liked him. He was very sweet and caring, not to mention he's a family person, and I really want a family of my own one day. After being told no for the second time, I decided to stop being a sucker, and I went on Plenty of Fish to help me forget him. Wrong idea. Bad idea. I met this guy. We'll call him P. LOL. He was very sweet, and he got that African blood in him. I have a thing for the Africans. P is 24. He takes me out every weekend. He buys me gifts randomly. He sounds like an African, honey. He an African prince. And though I'm very grateful, I'm not used to it all. See, you know what? The current problem is that my heart doesn't skip beats for him like it does for Kay. And when I think about Kay, I feel like crying all over again. I don't know what to do. I usually don't jump in relationships so fast, but Pete asked me to be his girl in the middle of January, and I said yes, so we've been together for almost 3 months now. First of all, the reason P didn't ask you is because he's desperate, because that's how Plenty of Fish people are. Some of them, lots of them. Okay, people on Plenty of Fish are usually looking for a relationship. Like if you read the profiles, it'll literally say willing to lie about relationship, or willing to lie about how we met. Like a lot of people are on Plenty of Fish that are wanting to get into a relationship immediately, and so I guess P is one of those people. I don't necessarily think he's trying to buy you, but I do feel like with African guys, they're very strong-willed, and they come off very strong and aggressive sometimes. And so he's not necessarily trying to buy you, but he's trying to make sure you don't go nowhere. He's trying to show you the life. Ferrero Rocher is life, honey. If somebody buy me some Ferrero Rocher, I'm theirs forever. So I definitely think that that's what's going on here. As an African guy, you know, my experience with the African guys, they are very, very, very strong-willed. And I was never here for that, okay? And so he's buying you these gifts and things to rope you in and keep you in, because he knows the way to a girl's heart is through the stomach. So she said, he annoys me when he does the simplest things, yo. I'm so snappy with him and I don't know why. I know that all too well, honey. Sometimes you just be dating these guys and you're just like, I'm sick of you. Like, bye. Shabai. She's like, I don't use people and I don't want you and your viewer to think that's what I'm doing. I'm a very nice person! Exclamation point! I care about Pete a lot, but girl, when I kiss him, I don't feel anything at all. You need to let that man go, honey. You need to let that man go. Just let him go. I know he cares about me very much, though. His actions tell me that. He picks me up every night from work, or he'll call me a lift, and he covers all the costs whenever we go out. Girl, you got an African prince. Brings me chocolate and medicine when I'm sick, random gifts at my doorstep. He's a really good guy. I know this is getting long as fuck, and I apologize. I suck at writing, lol. But literally, this thing is well written compared to a lot of the stuff I get. I'm not even joking. It's structured well enough for me to be able to read it and not be Anyway, I still think about Kay, and I texted him because I saw him post a girl on Snapchat the other day and I felt some type of way about it. So I texted him to find out why he made it official with her and not me. You so wrong. I just wanted some closure because I was really thinking something was wrong with me. So that's the text message that I read. I've been played over and over again, and I feel like I'm being ungrateful now that I'm with a good man that I don't feel the way I should feel about. I'm sorry if this was confusing. I hope you got the gist of what I was saying. I just need some advice. Do you think I should try to make it work with P and get over K, or should I leave him? Girl, if you have been with this man for 3 months and you still ain't feeling a spark, a flame, or anything, leave them. Like, you can't force yourself to like somebody the same way you can't force somebody to like you. It's not a thing. It sucks because sometimes when you have a good person, when he's showing you that he's a good man, he's just not your type. You like assholes, like most girls do. And that's the problem. The thing is, when you let P go, he is going to become an asshole because you're going to break his little heart and he's going to now become a fuckboy. It is the circle of life. It has to happen. It has to happen. You know, sometimes they stay sweet and he just accepts it for what it is, but you wasted 3 months of this man's life. I mean, if you're kissing him and you don't even feel like it, like, and he annoys you to that point, it's either going to go one of two ways, where you're going to get rid of him and you're going to miss him and be like, shit, I shouldn't have done that. And it's going to be too late. Or you're going to get rid of him and you're not going to care because, like you said, you already messaged. You messaged Kay while you're in a whole relationship. Like, that's not cool to do to your significant other. Like, I would never even think to that. If the problem is, you should never have accepted to be his girlfriend in the first place. Hey, mamacita, 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 mamacita. You should have never have accepted to be his girlfriend in the first place. You accepted his request for the wrong reason. The reason was so that you could get over Kay, but that's not how getting over somebody works. The issue is you didn't wait long enough before you entering into a relationship, and you enter the relationship for the wrong reasons, and so now you feel like you're stuck in the relationship. So your best bet is to end it as soon as possible, because the longer you drag it out, the more he's gonna be hurt. You know, it's been 3 months. I hope he hasn't told you that he loves you yet, because if he did, then he got problems of his own. But you definitely need to cut that shit off, because you're stringing him along, and you're conflicted because you know he's a good guy, and you also are loving the perks of being in this relationship with him. I didn't tell. Phone is dead. She had another question in the email, but whatever. Anything that she said is going to be covered with whatever I respond. I just think that you were definitely wrong for messaging Kay. You don't do that when you're in a relationship. If I ever did that, girl, my head would be on a stick like Lord of the Flies. Like, no, just no. It's not fair to your significant other. Like, y'all treat the wrong wrong. You know what I mean? You need to start treating the fuck boys like this, and getting with the good guys and sticking with the good guys, because the good guys deserve, it's their season, you know? Good guys deserve a chance, but you really can't force yourself to like somebody, so there's just no point in dragging the shit out, okay? We tied, he tied, you tied, everybody tied. Anyway, you guys, that's it for Botox, because I don't really have battery or camera space right now. I have so much to edit. So yeah, we're out, okay? I love you all, and I will definitely see you in the next one.